Now, here's a couple things we need to go into now. That mistakes or positions of need that our team cannot miss or neglect on in the draft. I've been making you talk first all night, so I'm going to kind of go ahead. And I'm probably, Tristan, I know with you specifically, I'm sounding like a broken record, but this is the truth. The Vikings cannot neglect or miss on a guard in this draft. Like I said earlier in the episode, they have to. They have to get at least two starting guards and maybe some more depth pieces. Tristan, I'm going to give you a hint on what I think the entire, for most of the entire draft should be. Guard. That's literally, it should be 7 out of 10 draft picks should be guards because, like I said, if Dakota Dozier starts, now if he plays well, good on him. But based on what we know, based on what the film we saw last year, if the Vikings do not draft at least a guard in the first 3 rounds, at least 2 of them, scratch that, nay, because I've been watching How I Met Your Mother and Barney. No, nay, if they don't draft at least 2 guards in the first 3 rounds, this could be a very long year. And I know that the Vikings have they brought in some guys and whatever, but the point remains. If you can't protect a $35 million a year quarterback in Kirk Cousins, if you cannot get Dalvin Cook some running lanes, if you cannot run an effective play action because the defensive line is in your backfield before you can say pass the piece, I don't know what to tell you because it has been a long time. Tristan, has been a long time since the Vikings have legitimately drafted a guard in the first round. It has been a long time. And it's been a long time, too, since they've had a quality guard. I'm honestly thinking, other than Brandon Fusco, I mean, we've had some spot starters like that have actually played 1 or 2 good years, but long-term, like guard, it has been since like 2007, like the Steve Hutchinson days, since we've had a good offensive, like a good guard. It really has been that long. So the Vikings cannot miss or neglect on guard in this draft. Now, again, I already know I said there's some guys in the 4th and 5th rounds. I understand it. But please, for the love of God, at least draft one, Elijah Vera Tucker. Even Landon Dickerson I can see in the 1st or 2nd round. Wyatt Davis, please. I don't like begging Tristan, but if Wyatt Davis falls to the Vikings at the 3rd round, which I don't think he will because he's a 1st-round talent with with an injured knee, if they can trade back in the 2nd round, get Richie Grant and Wyatt Davis, that's a dream scenario. You want to talk about a dream scenario. So Wyatt Davis, Landon Dickerson, Elijah Vera Tucker, the list goes on and on. But at the end of the day, all offensive line, more specifically guard, is the main need in the position of need, rather, that the Vikings cannot miss out on or neglect.